Hello everyone. People have been asking if they could see my garden, so I thought I would just give you a little bit of a tour. So this is the house, and in front we've got two large borders. And well, I'm actually standing on our root cellar, on the cellar, and that trellis thing is the well. And we have a garden where that fence is, that's all the garden. There's a kind of middle bit that's just rough. That low structure was for pigs, and we brought it down and turned it into compost bins. And then this is meant to be my orchard, but it's not looking too good. There used to be a house on that bit of ground, and the ground isn't really great. So let's just go down and have a little look. So here we've got like lemon balm, irises, cannas, miscanthus grass. What I wanted to do with this area was make it quite herby, so we've got lavender, sage, rosemary. This is big zebra grass and some nice, well, trying out a planter for going round that. I'm not sure if I want them all the way round. And then this is our main garden. So this used to be a field, and that used to be my fire pit, the thing in front. So now it's got a zebra grass in it. And yes, that's going to be a bonfire. So this year is really our first year for converting this into some sort of a garden. What we've done is at the start of the year we put in lawns and paths, and then basically we've been turning this area into like a veg garden. The idea long term is to have it more like prairie planting, and the prairie planting will really be a source of flowers, easy to look after. This is my little doggy Dudley. He's 14, so he's doing really well. And just as we do flower videos, I watch lots of videos on YouTube about other things. So this is going to be my tomatoes, and then we've got cherry tomatoes. I've got dahlias, more big tomatoes. These big clumps of stuff, they're like an artichoke or a sunflower, and they're really invasive, really vigorous. They'll go like 12 foot high. It's absolutely terrible. We've got peas, gladioli, potatoes, onions, more potatoes, beetroot, but lots of space. The idea with this space is that you can just walk around, and there's a beautiful church in the background. So it's a bit like a walking garden where you can just stroll around, see things. And here the weeds, because this is kind of like virgin soil, it's just impossible. Impossible with weeds, so I'm hoeing every day. So this area that we're looking over to now, I want to put trees and have it kind of woodland and natural. The bit in the middle with the grass, I actually like the grasses, and it makes a good divider. And these buildings here, we're just kind of using them for storage. And then that's our little house up there, which I love. So let's go for a walk. So what I love about here is you can really just do a bit of a walk and get different angles, different vistas, more gladioli. I have to say I'm not really a gardener. I know that shouldn't be the case, but in the UK we just had very small amount of ground. This area here we've just left rough, but just mown paths through. Initially we had it nicely mown, but I'm interested to see what comes up, and kind of like a wildflower meadow. And this bit here, we're on clay, so there was quite a lot of sitting water in the winter. So I dug a bit of a trench, and then all our rubble and everything that we've been coming across, I've just been putting in that trench and then capped it off with roof tiles. A little bit of a sculpture. Today is just a beautiful day. The house next door is empty at the moment, but we are going to get neighbours. And this is meant to be my vegetable garden down here. So let's go down and have a little look. Should really use the paths. So my idea originally was I came across the Ruth Stout method of gardening, which is no dig. So you apply a generous mulch of straw or hay and go from there. So this is what I've tried to do, but I never dug the ground beforehand. I just thought, let's just go for it. And there's a lot of bindweed actually in the ground because this was also just farmed. So these beds I'm going to put more mulch on, let it rot down over the winter and just start using them next year. Here we've got our little baby grape vines. We've got 2 white ones, 2 red ones, and on that back fence there I've got a bramble, so a blackberry. So quite interesting. This is my biggest problem, is dogs just jumping into everything. In this area here, in the background behind the other house, there was like an outside kitchen, like a summer kitchen, like a little house, but it was in really bad condition, so it got taken down. So I've used all these bricks. I know I need to weed, it's really bad. All these bricks to make these paths, the bricks to make that kind of little joiny terrace. When I took down the piggery and a little joining building, you just end up with so much material. So here we've got lemon tree grown from a pip, agave, cactus, climbing roses, and irises. Really a mix. What I want to put in here is really a lot of dahlias. Absolutely love dahlias. Put in a new hedge, so that's kind of working. As you can see, the ground's pretty rough, but it's a case of where do you start? If you just go with trying to make everything perfect, you're never going to get anything done. So this was actually a bit of a rubbish pile, and what I did was I pulled everything off it and put down a load of wood and then twigs and then put all the compost back on and then some soil. So this is really our strawberries, and they're just baby ones just now, and then also some courgettes on the end as well. And this monster is my bean structure. So the idea is that you can stand inside and take away the beans when they're ready. And these 2 things were prototypes for mole scarers. And this is really our little outbuilding where I kind of do some potting up. There's like a little sunroom, and we can have, you know, little plants getting ready for there. So there's grape vines here, and also outdoor banana plants, some agapanthus. I just love this because it's so kind of quiet and peaceful. And there's just kind of storage here. So as you can see, it really is a work in progress, but the framework's in. This is year 1. We've taken this video today, and I think what we'll do is we'll take a video maybe midsummer or end of summer, and you can see how it's looking. So this used to be another building, but we knocked the back wall down just to open it up. I always keep hitting my head. And there you go. That is the garden, and to be honest, it's about an acre, so I've got lots of work to do. So thank you for joining me, and we'll see you soon.